start with why it is so important for women over 50 to approach fitness differently from their youth?
I think, first of all, we need to take a look at what's going on hormonally, especially in postmenopause. Now, you've got a new low of estrogen. Estrogen is anabolic. This is going to create lean muscle. And so you don't have that same mechanism anymore. Lean muscle declines with age, and lean muscle is in charge not only of your metabolic rate, but it's also in charge of your quality of life.
So, what do you suggest?
Weight training. You have got to start weight training if you are not already, and the quality of your weight training workout matters. If you're just starting out, it's not about lifting as heavy as you possibly can over your head, especially if you're worried about injury, but you have to have a stimulus that feels hard yet doable in order for you to grow lean muscle, in order for you to create this anabolic muscle growth without bulking up. One of the exercises I suggest is standing to sitting. So sit down, stand up. And that does use your legs. It's a squat.
Yeah.
It's also an activity you have to be able to do every day. But that doesn't mean you have to lift hundreds of pounds on your back in order to do the sit down, stand up. There are other mechanisms that you can use that are going to be less hard on your joints. So for example, if you hold onto a counter, that displaces the weight. You're holding onto the counter, but then you're sitting down, you're getting the mobility of a squat, but you're also getting into those leg muscles, and you really want to work the leg muscles because they are most in charge of reducing your risk of falls.
Oh, yeah. What are the 3 foods included in meal prep for a natural and energy boost? Because to me, the lack of any kind of estrogen is the enemy. And you will find that you have less energy as you go through the menopausal process. Name me 3 foods that you feel are great energy boosting without being addictive like sugar.
Okay, salmon. Let's talk about salmon. Salmon's high in protein. You need your protein. You need it for energy. You need it to help with that lean muscle. And the more lean muscle you have, the more it's easier to do everyday activities so you keep your energy.
Oh, yeah.
And it is high in omega-3s. Omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. So the more inflammation you have, the more fatigue it causes, the more it's going to cause a flare-up in your arthritis. And from what the studies show, the more arthritis you feel, the more fatigue you feel. So it's really about how can you start to suppress that inflammation.
Oh, totally. I have to say I'm almost 80, and that is my really one and only complaint. So I do salmon. I probably should do it a little more, but name 2 other things that are going to give me a natural sense of well-being and energy boost.
Okay, the next one is beans or legumes. Beans or legumes are a triple threat. One, they're carbs. People are afraid of carbs these days. You need some carbs in order to give you energy, especially if you're doing your strength training and your exercise.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, you bonk, which means you basically hit a wall and you feel really tired. People that cut way too back on carbs go through things like the flu sensations, keto flu it's called. You feel really achy in the joints. You've done a workout and you're not recovering. It's taking much longer to recover. So you need to have some carbohydrates to fuel you.